Welcome back, everybody. Shade Hunter here with Phantom, and
Hey.
we've been a little busy, and I missed a block. And right there, I missed a block.
How
well.
could you have done that?
How dare I?
We're going to have to tear the whole thing down and start again.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
So,
all right.
I've made some changes. Really? Stupid door. Made a few changes in here. I split this side up into different compartments. Probably use at some point for some auto crafting and whatnot, but for right now it's just split up. I didn't see a need for a huge room. I'm going to be adding in a staircase here. Probably making this staircase wider all the way down. Phantom did some work down here, trying to get rid of the torches everywhere, because torches are kind of annoying. So he's in the process of putting glowstone in. So
yeah, I was trying out some patterns and making sure we didn't have mob spawn issues, and I think I've got a pattern worked out which I'll be able to then replicate throughout. So that's why only the front part has been done, but it seems to be working. We don't have any mob spawn areas up here, and all the torches are out up here, so that's good.
Yeah, and we added in 2 more recyclers onto this with the transformer upgrades, speed upgrades, power storage upgrades, because these 2 were not keeping up with the amount of power we were dumping into this. So yeah, UU matter is definitely a thing, and we've got almost a bucket. I'm half tempted on actually just setting this on repeat for iron ore. Let's see here. That's pretty much all we've been working on. Getting some things together for a new mob spawner that we're going to be setting up in not this episode. And of course we have all of our Cenarium parts and Iridium for the solar cells that we're not working on right now. But what we are going to do today is go down here. Oh, we upgraded our power storage to Vibrant, so now we can handle 50,000 RF a tick in and out, and we can hold 50 million. And it's working pretty good, because we also did what we said we were going to do and added a second generator, moved the other one over, replaced all the fluid stuff with fluid conduits, and we're going to be changing the whole style of this level because it's going to match the whole industrial thing. We moved the industrial squeezer over and the fermenter over and added in 2 more cloches doing melons. They're going on this side, they're going into the compacting drawer, pulling out the melons themselves, the melon pieces, and fermenting them. Over here, we actually have both of them going into this compacting drawer, coming out of the compacting drawer on green into this mechanical crafter from Extra Utilities 2, making the melons into melon seeds with upgrades. We actually do have a pretty decent bank of solars in the mining dimension for the grid power. And then it's coming out of the mechanical crafter on brown and inserting here on brown. And it seems to be doing really well. And so now, one of these was 4,000 RF a tick, a little over. And so now we have 8,000 possible. So, yeah. Much more better. But today, we need more ores. And not to mention, we wanted to test out this lens of the miner. Now, the lens of the miner is made with a lens, which is just quartz and glass, with all these different types of materials around it, which at this point is nothing. We have the materials, but I wanted to set this up just for fun. But there's a couple other things that we need for this build that I have not built yet. So I'm going to go up to our system, and we're going to check this out. There is a mod called Integrated Dynamics, and it even has a book. And I've never used this before in my life, so we're going to check this out.
We're going to learn live on camera.
Yeah, so we need 2
How
crystallized.
could it possibly go wrong?
You had to say that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
2 crystallized mineral chunks and a book, and you get the book. So, this might help us. But I do know that I'm going to need an energy battery. I don't want the tiniest one, but I really don't think I'm going to need the biggest. Do we have the stuff for this? No, we're missing crystallized mineral. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start. It even has its own generator and stuff like that. But we're going to start with their squeezer and see how well it works. And we need their drying basin. Why do you keep using ink sacs? We have black dye in there. And then that's about all we need. What is this called? Mineral log? Yeah, mineral. Every chance that I've gotten while we've been out, I've been cutting down these trees. So we have some things. I may be able to actually craft this. Yeah, I can craft this by just using the crystallized mineral chunks, but I want to actually do it the way that you're supposed to. I'm not going to need to cut down any more trees for a bit. So we're going to need a bit of this and a bit of that. I'm just going to grab all the crystallized stuff and a couple of stacks of wood. And we're going to check this out. So, this is the one thing that I have learned is you need the squeezer, which if you see these little notches on the side, you have to have the drying basin lined up with one of those notches. We are going to need a lever, which of course we don't have made. Which is not the end of the world. And I'm not even going to bother making it in there. Alright, so the way this works is you take a mineral log, you place it in there, and then you jump. Come on. Jump. There you go. And then it squeezes the liquid in here and it dries. In order to reset the squeezer, you turn that off and on. And he just took that. However...
What? I would never.
Another way to get this, the block of crystallized mineral, is in a squeezer. You put a mineral log in there, you get a crystallized mineral chunk and mineral resin out, and enough for a block. So what I'm going to do later is probably empty out this squeezer right here of seed oil and start just this being my automated mineral log crusher thing. And then we'll move this carpenter that we no longer need. I'm going to move this carpenter over to the bee house over there, and we'll set him up with a carpenter and seed oil. And then I can put the basin right next to it, and it'll dry, and I'll have it automatically port into the system. It'll be pretty easy. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and get me A few of these blocks. I don't know how many I'll need, so I'll have 8. So now what we're going to need is an energy battery, which I'll just go with this small one for right now. It's not a big deal. And craft one of those. So there's the energy battery, and my battery filled it up. What's this? Seriously? Okay, that's that one. Don't we... I guess it doesn't matter? They're all made the same? Oh, it's only one. Okay. So we only have that one type right now. I know we're going to need a variable store. We're going to need... exposes a variable reference as an aspect, clear in a crafting grid. Might need a proxy. Materializer. Materialize the value of a variable in a new variable. Maybe. I know we're going to need a logic programmer. And we don't have a crafting table, so that's easy enough. And that. So we have a logic programmer. And then to make this a handheld one, you just put it in a crafting thing, and then you have a handheld logic programmer. We're going to need a block reader, which is going to take input variable transformer, which is a sticky piston, variable cards, and that. So we're actually going to need a lot of these variable cards, which we'll just do that. We'll do one more, get a little over a stack. Yeah, block. Oh, yeah, this. Do we have any sticky pistons? No. Do we have any pistons?
Probably not.
No, actually we do. I think I may have made a stack of them at one point. So we'll craft 8 of these guys right here. Block reader, this guy, and that. And it gives us 4 input variable transformers. For now, we'll do 2. So we have 8. Because we also need the output variable transformers, which is just a regular piston, and we'll make 8 of those as well. We need a block reader, entity reader, let's see here, inventory, no. Machine, maybe? Let's see here. No, I think we're only going to need a block reader, and we're going to need some redstone riders, I believe. So we'll get 2 of those. We'll do 2 more. Input variable cards. I think that's all we're going to need. But we are going to need some logic cables. So let's go ahead and... Oh, we don't have enough for a stack.
What are we short on?
The crystallized mineral, which I can get.
I can work on that for you.
Alrighty. Seriously? Oh, no. That's what I wanted. There we go. Okay. Cable. Alright. So, we got a little bit of cable. We got the riders. We got... So, let's see here. Cable, riders, book, energy battery, and that should be good for right now. I know we're going to need a variable store, which, oh, I already made that. I'm not sure. Not sure if we're going to need anything else. Yeah, there's a whole tutorial section in this, which we might go over, but we're also running out of time, so we want to get playing with this quickly. So, where do we want to set this system up? Do I have my big stuff in here? No, I don't. Alright, that's fine. We'll go straight off from here. This shouldn't take much space, but we'll see. Oh, and for those observant folks, you'll notice that my GUI has changed. That is because I decided that maybe having not as much stuff appear on my screen, it would be easier on my frame rates, and also making it bigger might be easier for people to see it online. So let me know what y'all think of the bigger GUI, so you can actually see what I see. Alright, so we got a little hole dug in here. Let's go ahead and... this thing's going to need power. So let's go ahead. We can run the power over and have it go in right here. This is not going to be the prettiest system on the planet, that's for sure. Alright, so let's grab our energy conduits. And over. So it has power now. Let's put our energy, or not energy, our variable store right there. And come out this way, right there. And so what we're going to want this thing to do is every time you get an atomic reconstructor, it's automatically going to be set in deactivation mode. And that is basically it will fire constantly unless it has a redstone signal. We can switch this by hitting it with a redstone torch, and now it's in pulse, which means it requires a redstone signal to fire. And this guy's going to need some power too, so let's just sneak into this wall here and do that. So now he's got power. And the idea with this is, now we need our lens of the miner. Whoops, I didn't want that. Let's put that book away. Let's grab our lens of the miner real quick and set that there. And now we want a block. I'm going to be using like dorite and andesite and stuff because it doesn't need to be smelted first. It's considered stone, so supposedly this should work. And if we see, it automatically changes it into something, and that's what we're working on today. So, what we want is whenever, you know, we're going to make this easy and just have dorite be the one being placed. So we need our placer, auto placer, and it's going to be sitting right there. So whenever this is dorite, I want a redstone signal to pulse this guy. So let's go ahead and see if we can sneak back in here. Like that. And I never want this to actually hit the stone, and I'm assuming cobblestone actually doesn't change to ores. And it'll change it to some random ore. So now we want our cable to run back here, from here. And we want one of those redstone riders up against that guy. And we want our block reader I know I made that block reader. Where'd it go? Am I just that blind? Or did I put it in here? Well, I don't need that stuff on me right now. I don't need all of... Well, I can do that. I don't need that on me. Don't need that on me. I am missing my block reader. I could have swore I made one. But these things happen. So, block reader. Yes, maybe I didn't make one. Whatever. Alright, so. And we want our block reader there. Alright, are you guys online? Yes. Yes, okay. So, I'm gonna hook this up to the system to where it will basically just use up all the dorite, and then later I'll change it to something else, and then something else, because since this works, we don't need to... the original idea was to use cobble and use this powered furnace to smelt the cobble and then place it. Well, that we can add in later, and I was going to use a timer, but I'm liking the idea of integrated dynamics. So, actually, I don't need that there. I want, no. I want the block breaker right there. Okay, so, oh, those guys are going to constantly be toggling. Okay, so that means we're going to have to add in more to this. When this is... Alright, so now we're going to need some variables here. When this is entity. Yes, right here. When this is block air, right here, then we want a redstone signal to hit that guy. When it's oh, now I'm going to place the dorite. When this is dorite, I want you oh, I know what I need to do. Okay. So that's dorite, and that's air. Okay. Need this. When I believe this is relation equals Alright, I'm gonna mess with this, and we will come back next episode, and I will finish this up, because we are out of time. So, feel free to leave your comments, but I will already have the next episode recorded before you leave your comments. So,
but still leave comments, because we'd like to hear what you think.
Yes, because I may be missing something. But this is the start of it. I'm going to mess with this and come back next episode and either figure it out more or show you what I came up with. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. See ya.